what's up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. We got a great haul video for you guys today. Picked up 9 items in total this week. Some stuff that I'd pre-ordered a while ago. I've been really looking forward to getting my hands on and just, you know, honestly, I just get excited anytime that I can get one of my favorite directors releases in 4K. So maybe that's a little spoiler alert to what one of these items is, but I'll get into it when we get to the haul. I want to thank you guys for watching. I want to thank you guys for supporting the channel. Really appreciate all the support that we've been getting. But you know what? Let's not stall anymore. Without further ado, let's get into the haul and see what I picked up this week. All right, everyone. So we have, let's see, we have 2 just normal 4K items. We've got 2 4K steelbooks to go over today. We've got 2 Arrow video pickups that we picked up just because they were on sale on Amazon. So again, just finding things on sale, picking them up, adding them to the collection. It's the best way to do it. Honestly, you guys should really keep an eye out. Sometimes, especially with Arrow video, you know, sometimes they can be pretty pricey. I mean, you got to be a real collector to want to add Arrow video titles to your collection because they could be like $30 for a Blu-ray. So if you keep your eyes open, you might be able to find them on sale and be able to pick them up that way. And then we also got 2 just normal Blu-ray titles and 1 Scream Factory title that I didn't know was Scream Factory when I picked it up, so I was pleasantly surprised there. All in all, we've got 2, 4, 6, 9 titles for you guys that we've added to our collection. Very exciting stuff, so I'm going to get right into it. No more hesitation here on my part. Let's start with the 2 Arrow video pickups that we got just to supplement our collection. The first is Deadly Manor. So this is, and I believe it's kind of a haunted house movie. Kind of involves a slasher film. Definitely one that took advantage of the big slasher craze that came along. It is a Spanish film, Deadly Manor. So when we pop it open, we can take a look. There you go, as Arrow always does. You get the 2 covers there. Take your pick of which one you want to keep. And then also you get a little booklet that comes with this one. It's just got tons of information about the movie. Very cool stuff. I love when Arrow throws those little books in. I think that's awesome. So I like reading them, honestly. But this was Deadly Manor. This was $18.99 on Amazon. This was part of there was just a huge Arrow sale, and a lot of stuff was $18.99, and this is one I picked up. So definitely, I would check it out. I would go to Amazon right now and just check it out. See if that sale's still going on, because you might be able to pick up some Arrow video titles for a pretty low price, to be honest with you. All right, the second one that we got is Edge of the Axe, another slasher film. In all honesty, another Spanish slasher film. And these 2 movies were directed by the same person. So very similar. Another slasher movie. We pop it open. There's your original cover. So you got your choice of which cover you want to use. We'll put that Blu-ray back in. And then once again, really cool, just a little book. Stills from the film, lots of information. It's just awesome stuff. So, Edge of the Axe. And that rounds out our Arrow video pickups for the week. Now, the 1 Scream Factory title that I picked up, I didn't know it was a Scream Factory title. It was a movie that I streamed, I think on Netflix at some point in time a while ago, and it was just kind of a random watch, and I really liked the movie a lot. And that is the Autopsy of Jane Doe. This was a very surprising... surprisingly enjoyable film, in all honesty. I didn't know much about it when I watched it. I just saw it and was like, oh, I'll give that a try. Popped it in. This was really good. As you can see, there aren't very many special features on this, so I think this is just IFC has a deal with Scream Factory to do their releases for them on Blu-ray, and I think that's why this is a Scream Factory title. But honestly, this has got Emile Hirsch, it's got Brian Cox. It's a really good movie. Very spooky. They do the whole we're stuck in a morgue thing very well. So again, the Autopsy of Jane Doe, the 1 random Scream Factory title that we added to the collection this week. All right, now let's just get into 2 additional Blu-ray titles just to supplement the collection. Again, these were on sale on Amazon. You just got to keep your eyes open and you'll find good stuff. The first one, I do remember watching this movie. I'm not sure I liked it, but it was $5 on Amazon. And you know me, if I find a Blu-ray for $5 and it's a horror film, I'll usually pick it up. This is The Possession of Hannah Grace. I think this is another morgue film. So I think in relation to the Autopsy of Jane Doe, this is yet another morgue film. So I don't know if Amazon's doing like a, hey, movies that take place in the morgue sale. But I think this one also takes place in a morgue. And I think it involves a dead body comes in that is possessed. We take a look. All you get here is the disc. But, you know, again, another cheap horror film. I'm going to pick it up. The Possession of Hannah Grace. We also, now look, I own 3 of these movies, but I don't own the rest. But if I do a little bit of a cost analysis, buying them this way, this was $15.99, by the way, for what I'm about to show you. It just made sense for me to pick this up because I only have 3 of the 6. And if I would have bought the rest of them individually, it would have cost me a lot more. But this is the Paranormal Activity 6 movie collection. So only Blu-rays in this. You got Paranormal Activity 1, 2, 3, 4, Ghost Dimension, and the marked ones. So all 6 of the Paranormal Activity movies that are out currently. Debatable about whether or not they're any good after the 3rd one, but you know, this is a fun little series to pop in at $15.99 for 6 movies. This was a heck of a deal. Pretty hard to turn down. All right, now we sort of get into the main event, the 4K pickups for this week. And I'm going to start with Superman, Man of Tomorrow. I have no idea if this is any good. What I know about DC animated films is that they started off kind of strong. When you were talking about Superman, Batman, Public Enemies, I really enjoyed that one. The Wonder Woman animated feature, the first one, was really good. And then they just got really, really weak. And when you compare them to Batman the Animated Series, Superman the Animated Series, the Justice League Unlimited, you know, your Batman Beyonds, when you compare them to the series, the television series, they're just not as good at all. They're just really not as good. And they're quite disappointing, to be honest with you. But I'd heard decent things about Superman, Man of Tomorrow. So I said, you know what? Let's give the DC animated universe, let's jump back in with this film. Let's give it a try. I think this is almost sort of a different origin story on Superman. I'm not sure about that. So you got the Blu-ray, you've got the 4K disc. They give you this survey. I don't know if I'll do that, but there you go. That's what comes in this release. And there was, of course, the digital code. And then really what I was most excited about this week, in all honesty, was the Alfred Hitchcock Classics Collection 4K. You get 4 of Hitchcock's most popular movies on 4K. Yes, North by Northwest is probably more popular than Rear Window, but I like Rear Window better. It's one of my favorite movies. But these are 4 Alfred Hitchcock classic movies. You get Rear Window, Vertigo, Psycho, The Birds. You get 2 versions of Psycho on this. So you actually get Psycho and then an uncut version of Psycho where scenes had to be cut out of the theatrical release when this first came out for this to get an R rating in the movie theaters. They weren't going to allow some of these things to play. And they're the weirdest things. It's like one extra slash of a knife. I think there's like some shots of a bathroom that they just found inappropriate. It's just some weird stuff that's added in. I'm going to be watching both, so I'm really excited about that. But when we open this up, you see it's actually like a little book. And then each of the discs are kind of in these cardboard cutouts here. Rear Window, Vertigo, Psycho, and The Birds. I hate this because these little these cardboard little slots that you stick the discs back in. Sometimes when you stick the disc in, they can scratch the disc. So I think it's neat that it's like a little book and it gives you these cool stills and images, but the way they house these discs, man, I can't stand it. This is prone for scratching right here. So I'm just not a fan of this. And actually, there's a Blu-ray Hitchcock collection that I have that treats the discs very similarly. They're in this book and they like go in these slots, and I can't stand it. I don't know why they made that choice. But anyways, we are going to be reviewing all 4 of these films. Well, not reviewing as much as we're gonna take a look at them, break them down a little bit, and talk about whether or not this set is worth a buy. Spoiler alert, I'm fairly certain this is going to be worth a purchase. So just so you know, Alfred Hitchcock Classic Collection, this is what I would call the main event of my week. To round this out, we're going to get into 2 4K steelbooks we picked up. One of them was just kind of random. I didn't own the film on 4K, and I saw that Best Buy was releasing a steelbook of this, so I said, hey, why not? I mean, I've heard good things about this movie, so let's pick it up, and that is The Invisible Man. This, of course, is you know, Universal wanted to start a kind of shared monsters universe with their Universal Monsters. So they started with The Mummy, and then they were going to go to The Invisible Man. They definitely have pivoted off of that choice now. So you're not gonna get a shared universe here, but this would have been the next film in that series. From what I'm told, this film is treated. I don't want to get into spoilers, so I won't talk about it. That's the inside. But we'll take a look at this one and talk about whether or not it's worth a buy. I know the original 4K disc, I did see that it got glaring reviews, so I am kind of excited to give it a watch just to see if it's as good as I heard it is. I've also heard the movie's pretty good. So that's a little bit of an exciting one. But the Invisible Man Steelbook, I will say just right out of the get-go, I kind of love the artwork here. Particularly on the cover because it's just very simple. It's also matte, so I don't have to worry too much about fingerprints. They're not going to hold on here like the glossy. But I like the simple artwork. So I think that's kind of cool. But the Invisible Man. And then finally we got another 4K Steelbook. It's a limited edition from Best Buy. This one might have the best cover out of any Steelbook I've ever seen. This is one where when I talk about if you should purchase this or not, I may say, even if you don't collect Steelbooks, it's worth a pickup because of how pretty the artwork is on this Steelbook. But that is Ghost in the Shell. 25th Anniversary Edition. This is 4K. Just take a look at this. That is beautiful artwork. It really, really is. And this is a slipcover. When you take the slipcover away, take a look at how gorgeous that artwork is. The colors, it's really, really very attractive. It's an attractive Steelbook. When you pop it open, you got the 4K disc. I also like that they put the discs on two sides. Just makes it so much easier. And there's your artwork on the inside. Nothing special there. But the outside artwork of this is just phenomenal. And I think the Steelbook was only a couple dollars more than the just 4K standard edition disc. So it almost just really makes the Steelbook kind of worth it. And they go together like that. And that is Ghost in the Shell. Guys, that's my haul this week. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think in the comments section below. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys next time.